So I know I said when I come back, we're gonna go down on some old ancient Sanskrit, but I actually been doing these techniques. You know what I mean? And we should talk about it a little bit more. You feel me? We should talk about basic shit real quick, a little bit more. Because it's sort of like I'm about to build on imagination and mentalism. And the reason I say that because with the Western techniques, you really do need a lot of imagination. But with the stuff I'm talking about, these are it's from the Upanishad. Yeah, it's from the Upanishad. This is where yoga comes from. You feel me? This is true Kundalini yoga. You feel me? And you don't really need a lot of imagination, because you saying these mantras. Well, you need imagination, I guess, when it gets to the pilgrimage. You taking the pilgrimage through your chakras. But yeah, we're gonna build on imagination and mentalism first. You know what I mean? Try to get up through there. But first, let's break down the pineal. All right, so here we go. The legendary pineal gland. Now, right here it says Agna or Agya, but I know it as Ajna. It's just different pronunciations, I guess. So the color associated with it is indigo, which is also just another thing added on. The that's definitely 100. That's actually a 3-piece word, well, a 5-piece word. Chant, and that's definitely associated with it. Now, the third eye stuff, when you go back deeper into the Sanskrit, they don't call it a third eye. That's more so later added on to the tradition or whatever. But it is associated with intuition and mindfulness all the way. The pituitary gland, of course, sleep, consciousness, and sex determination. Now, the sex determination is more the spiritual aspect of sex. We're talking about tantric spiritual sex or whatever. The music associated with it. And look at the element. The element is the cosmos. The root is associated with earth. The sacral is associated with water. The solar plexus was actually called the Navi. It's associated with fire. And the pineal is associated with outer space. So you see how deep it gets, right? So let's look at this chart right here. This is starting at the bottom with the root, and at the top is the pineal. So the root is Mother Hara. At the top, you see it says Sahara. That's actually not the one that's at the very top. The one at the very top is the pineal. That's the two what's it called? 2-petal lotus. Now the top, the Sahara, that's the one that's the purple one that's lit around the whole head. That's called the 1,000-petal lotus. And in the Sanskrit, 1,000 means infinite, infinity. I actually did that. I, rose Kundalini to my crown, and I seen the 1,000-petal lotus or whatever it's supposed to be. It was a lot of colors. Like I can't even explain it. I'm not gonna try. But yeah, that's that. You feel? So, the pineal is the place where everything happens at eventually. You know what I'm saying? So everything has its own color in the West, all the chakras. But out there in the East, in India, where this shit come from, they don't have colors on the oldest version of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need imagination, because we've added shit on. So our experiences with this shit is gonna be different. People have, that's why there's so many warnings and dangers of Kundalini and all that on the internet. Because, a friend tell a friend that you're gonna be shaking and convulsing and shit when Kundalini rise, and so that's what happens. But that's not what really happens though. If you if you don't have those things in your mind, you have to superimpose your will. The same way we do with money. It's just paper, but it has value because we say it does. We superimpose our will. Now, that might be a bad analogy, right? Because there's no way to see money no other way because of how the world is. But that's why it's a perfect analogy. You see how powerful your mind is. You see how valuable money is when it really ain't shit. You can't even see it no other way. That's superimposing your will. That's the same thing with the chakras. That's why they got color now. Because that's what people teach in the West. So you mix occult shit, of course, ancient Kemet shit, Hindu stuff, Buddhist stuff, and of course you gotta mix in voodoo, voodoo on all levels. I'm talking about Santa, Maria, everything. And all of this stuff is just talking about the same system, the same invisible system. We put different stuff in there. That's why the pineal gland is so important. And it's important not to get caught up on what came first and whatever. I mean, Hinduism is the oldest living religion. I don't know if it's the oldest that people are talking about. Of course, it's not older than some of the stuff in the Congos, old Voodoo and the Congo rites, when it comes to Voodoo or really anything ancient African. But listen, these people got what the Kabbalion call the magical keys to the temple door fly open, and so dealing with the pineal, right? Okay, that's Ajna. It's really just that in Hinduism. It's the pineal gland or Ajna. And then over the years, people started calling it the third eye. But I think that came from Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shows you how people advance, another culture's spiritual system, because they actually go into that spiritual system and get to advance it. The same way now, our chakras have colors. You feel me? Because people have went in and they have advanced that system. You feel me? That's why you need an imagination. And we losing that because of shit like the internet. So, yeah, it's called the third eye in Kemet, right? So, no, it's called the eye of Haru or the eye of Ra, the eye of Horus, whatever. But the teachings have changed because people's imagination changed because they actually went on the inside, right? So, in the Shiva Puranas, this is in the first, at the beginning, right? The first one. He was talking about the chakras, and he said we had 114, but it's 112 in our body, but it's 2 of them on the outside of us that we don't got to worry about, because he ain't finna talk about it. He ain't finna teach you about this shit. But now later on, we start to understand that the chakras that's on the outside of us is called the soul star, and it's only one, and it's at the bottom of you, but we picture it above us. Well, maybe it's there and there. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that's, but you see how somebody went into that system and actually proved what made up God was talking about, like, because Lord Shiva, Shiva Yogi, he's supposed to be made up. But then somebody else from another culture went on the inside of his system spiritually and saw shit, and then came out and reported that. The same way we supposedly have 114 chakras, right? But Bobby Hemmett said we got 186 because we got 72 in our pineal gland. They call Goetia, 72 demons called Goetia. And our pineal gland has a ring around it, right? You can look that up. And that's the ring of Solomon. And Solomon in the Bible encaptured 72 demons in his ring. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Niggas put shit together, meditate, own that shit out, go on the inside of the system, and through their imagination, because they got an imagination. That's what the pineal gland, that's what Ajna is, an imagination. Because they got one, they're able to actually see the system. Like, I encourage y'all to picture the helix, right? And in meditation. And you will see your colors on, your chakras, shit that make you light up. That we put this in here. We superimpose those colors in here because they don't really exist. You feel me? This is from the imagination. So you gotta catch up. Because the internet and shit like that, like, think about it. You can't even picture, as a young man, you can't even just picture what your fine next door neighbor look like no more. Naked. As a young nigga, you used to try to picture what your homie big sister look like or some shit. You don't even want to do that no more, because you can just cut on fucking the Pornhub, You see what I'm saying? Like, niggas' imagination, even on the animalistic nature level, imagination is dead. The imagination is your pineal gland, though. Drink alkaline water. Drink apple juice. Eat apples. Use shit like this. This the home. Well, really, this is a tiger bomb. You know, this is on my altar, though. This is for the god Durga, for the goddess Durga. You know, this is why I keep this. It's for Durga, my Kali. But y'all stay woke, man. You know, I'm just talking about the pineal gland. But I'm gonna come back and talk about the whole system. I put that on everything. Because I said I was, but I'm doing this shit, and Kundalini pierces your chakras. I don't want you to throw that out there, you feel me? I don't know if you want your chakras pierced, you feel me? But I'm going to come back and tell you how to pierce your chakras. Y'all stay woke, they won't.